Before we dive in, please remember to subscribe to the channel and hit that like button. Uh, it, it really helps us out. I never wonder how a quiet retirement village could hide the perfect storm of secrets and scandal. That's exactly what unfolds in Netflix's The Thursday Murder Club, where an unlikely group of senior detectives stumbles onto a real-life murder mystery. The story centers around Cooper's Chase, a peaceful retirement community that suddenly becomes the scene of two shocking deaths. Tony Curran and Ian Bentham, the village's co-owners, uh, both end up dead. Uh, um, but figuring out who's behind it turns out to be far more complicated than anyone expected. And Bentham is desperate to sell the village to a developer. Well, Curran's heart is set on protecting it. This conflict creates a tense backdrop and fuels the amateur sleuths in the murder club to unravel the truth, to learn. Based on Richard Osman's best-selling series, the film stars Pierce Brosnan and Helen Mirren, leading a stellar cast that includes Sir Ben Kingsley and Tom Ellis. It's not just a mystery, it's a reunion of some familiar faces in an unusual setting. As the story hits its final act, the murder of Tony Curran is finally uncovered, and the culprit was hiding in plain sight. And that's pretty similar to them, and both most of them with being crumbled, so that he really had this story is very hard to talk to them and be similar to them. And, because Bobby Tanner and Tony trapped foreign workers by holding their passports. One of these workers, Bogdan, a Polish groundskeeper, just wanted to return home to his sick mother, and when he tried to reclaim his passport, things went horribly wrong. The confrontation between Bogdan and Tony turned deadly, but it wasn't murder planned. It was an accident driven by desperation. Bogdan admitted to Stephen during a chess game that killing Tony was never his intention. Stephen, suffering from dementia, seemed to forget this confession, but Elizabeth proved he had a detailed record of their games, capturing Bogdan's admission. Though unintended, the law still sees murder as murder, and Bogdan was eventually arrested. Bogdan's story adds a layer of tragedy. He's not a villain, but a man pushed to the edge by circumstance, that if he'd wanted, he could have fled or done worse. But he didn't. He didn't. Now, what about Ian Bentham's death? Ian Bentham's, with so many people wanting the village sold, the suspect list seemed endless. And Phil Bogdan was with Bentham before his death. He wasn't the killer. The real shocker, John Gray, a name you might not have expected in, John and his wife Penny share a dark secret linked to a cold case that's haunted the village for decades. Penny Gray, a cop and co-founder of the Murder Club, once uncovered a hidden truth from the 1970s. Angela Hughes was murdered by her boyfriend, Peter Mercer, but her warnings went ignored because she was a woman, taking justice into her own hands. Penny killed Mercer with only John as her confidant. They buried the secret and the body right in Cooper's Chase. Um, um, Fast forward, and Ventham's plan to develop the village threatened to expose everything. To protect Penny's past and stop the project, John injected Ventham with a fatal dose of fentanyl, ending his life. Um, in a heartbreaking conclusion, John chooses to end both their lives peacefully, avoiding prison and wrapping up a story that shows love and loyalty can lead to tragic outcomes. The Thursday Murder Club reminds us that even in the calmest places, hidden stories brew. Just like Bogdan's accidental crime and John's determined protection, emotions run deep and sometimes dark. Maybe next time you're playing chess, just remember someone might be confessing murder mid checkmate. Talk about a game with high stakes. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time,